There's a tension that I've wrestled with as a leader, and maybe you have too. On the one side, the drive to push hard, to stay hungry and to keep building. But then on the other, the need to pause and to reflect and to be deeply thankful for what is. And for a long time, I thought I had to choose between them. But here's what I've learned. You actually need both, because grit without gratitude, that burns you out. And gratitude without grit, that just keeps you comfortable. But together, that's when things start to shift. When we started Text in Church, most people thought the idea was ridiculous. Why would anyone want to text at church? That's what I heard more than I care to admit. But we didn't have traction. We didn't have a platform, just conviction, the grit to figure it out. There was no playbook. We were building it as we went. And when you're doing something that hasn't been done before, grit is what keeps you going. It's showing up when it's hard. It's staying curious when you don't have all the answers. Because we didn't know what we were doing. And honestly, half the time, we still don't. But we keep showing up. And over time, the small wins, they added up. Today, we serve over 30,000 church leaders every week. Not because we have or had all the answers, but because we didn't quit when it was hard. Still, grit alone, it isn't enough, because grit without gratitude, it leaves you empty. Gratitude is what keeps me grounded. It's not about milestones or public wins. It's about those quiet moments where I remember that we get to do this. We're not just building software, we're helping churches to make people feel known, noticed, and loved. We're building tools that help people take next steps towards Jesus. That's not just work. It's ministry. And sometimes that moment of gratitude, it comes in a team huddle. And sometimes it's when I'm picking up my daughter from school and reminding her to be kind and realizing that I needed that reminder too. Those are the moments that ground me. They're always there. We just have to slow down long enough to notice them. So no, you don't need to choose between grit and gratitude. In fact, you shouldn't. Because when they work together, you work hard, but you don't lose heart. You chase big goals, but you stay grounded in purpose. You keep moving forward, but you never forget how far you've come. And that's what sustainable leadership looks like. So here's what I challenge you to ask yourself this week. Where do you need to dig in? Where do you need to keep showing up, even when it's hard? And where do you need to pause, to take a breath, to say thank you? Because both matter, and both are leadership, and both will take you further than either one on its own. And so if you want to grow more with clarity and focus, I put together a free 30-day leadership growth plan. It's got 4 daily non-negotiables that drive personal growth, a monthly meeting rhythm that transforms team culture, and simple but powerful habits that keep you aligned and effective. And you can grab it in the description below.